Hello everyone, welcome to EduTap and welcome to today's session. So I hope you are preparing with full dedication and with full focus for the IRDAI Grade A Phase 2 examination. And as you know that in the Phase 2, the ESI Impacting Insurance is a very important component. And in today's session, we are going to discuss the requirement and the strategy for the ESI Impacting Insurance, so that you have the clarity that how to approach this very important component and how to score the maximum marks in this very important component of the Phase 2. So as you know that in the Phase 2, there are three papers, Paper 1, Paper 2 and Paper 3. The Paper 2 is your Economic and Social Issues Impacting Insurance, which is totally descriptive and it carries 100 marks. So the ESI Impacting Insurance is a very important component in the Phase 2, and in today's session we are going to understand the approach for this Paper 2 for this Economic and Social Issues Impacting Insurance. So what we are going to discuss in today's session, we will discuss the syllabus and the requirement of the syllabus in today's session. Then we will discuss the strategy for the ESI Impacting Insurance. We will discuss the previous year questions, and through that we will discuss the additional areas that you have to focus on. Okay. Then we will also discuss some additional sources that you can focus on, that from where you can prepare for the ESI Impacting Insurance. So if you do not have any courses, these sources are going to help you a lot in your preparation for the ESI Impacting Insurance. So let's get started. First, this is the syllabus for your ESI Impacting Insurance. Okay, so the syllabus has been given to you for the ESI Impacting Insurance, and this defines the scope that at least first you have to focus on these topics and you have to cover these topics. Now if you are covering the economic growth, the business cycles, the impact of a structure on economy, you have to remember that you are focusing on the economics topics or social issues topic from the perspective of insurance. So if you are studying the impact of a structure on economy, you have to study this topic from the perspective of insurance, that how the insurance sector is impacted with the changing age structure. Okay, as well as like you are studying the utility theory, so you have to focus on the study of utility theory from the perspective of insurance sector. Even if you are studying the economic reforms in India, that is from the perspective of insurance sector reforms, and you have to focus on the insurance sector reforms. Okay, so this whole syllabus, how it is different from the RBI or NABARD ESI. So in RBI or NABARD, there is the economics and social issues. So there are the economics topics and social issues topic. In IRDAI, the economics and social issues, it is to be focused on from the perspective of insurance sector, and all the topics that you are studying, you have to focus on the insurance sector, and the topic has to be linked with the insurance sector. Okay, so this is the idea. So if you are studying the business cycles, so you have to focus on that how the different business cycles impact the insurance sector. Okay, so whatever topic you are studying in the economics or social issues component, you have to focus on the impact in the insurance sector. Okay, so let me prove you that why I am saying that you have to always focus on the impact on the insurance sector, because if you see the questions directly from the syllabus in the 2023, they were focusing on the insurance industry or insurance sector. So there was a question about the discuss the impact of various age structures on insurance industry. So here you have the impact of age structure on economy, and you have to specifically focus on the insurance industry here, that how the different age structure is focusing or is affecting the insurance industry. Okay, how the various age structures impact the insurance industry. Then there was the explain the positive and negative impact of COVID-19 on insurance sector. So here it is written that you have to study the macroeconomic factors including catastrophes and the pandemics that may impact insurers and insurance market. So you have to study the COVID-19 because that was a pandemic from the perspective of insurance sector. So whatever you are studying, try to find some insurance element in that topic. Okay, that will surely help you a lot in the examination. Now next question is, Bima Sugam is an online marketplace. Explain in brief on how customers will benefit from this marketplace. So any step taken by the IRDAI, the functions of IRDAI or the changes that is happening in the insurance sector that is brought by the IRDAI, so that becomes very important. So that also you have to focus on. Okay, so these are some areas that you have to focus on, or from where the previous year questions have come. Okay, so this, I hope you have understood that the syllabus has been given to you, but in the syllabus, see, it is not written that impact of a structure on economy, you have to study it from the insurance perspective. It is not written, but that is understandable because the component is ESI impacting insurance. So all the economics and social issues, the topics that have to be studied from the perspective of insurance. I hope it is very much clear, and I hope you will focus on finding some details that how the economic growth and the insurance growth has happened with the economic growth, how the business cycle affects the insurance sector, and how the impact of a structure and economy impacts the insurance sector. Okay, so whatever you are studying, study it from the insurance perspective. Now coming to the PYQ, see, the syllabus, it helps you define some scope that, okay, these topics you have to study, but the PYQs also provides you a starting point or a guiding light. So PYQs are a guiding light for you, which tells you some additional topics that you have to focus on. Okay, so now coming to the strategy, seeing the type of question to understand that what are the additional areas that you have to focus on. So in the previous year papers in 2017 and in 2023, there were questions on schemes related to insurance, social security, in health, life, agriculture, retirement, and other underprivileged sections of the society. Okay, so there were questions on schemes, and so the schemes become very, very important component in your ESI impacting insurance, especially the social security schemes, because there were questions from the social security schemes in the 2017 and in the 2023. Okay, so there were questions on schemes in 2017 IRDAI Grade A examination, phase 2 examination, and there were questions from the schemes in the IRDAI Grade A phase 2 examination also, okay, of 2023. So Fasal Bima Yojana, Atal Pension Yojana, question on Ayushman Bharat scheme. So there were questions from schemes in 2017 and 2023 examination. Now coming to the next area to focus on, that is questions based on syllabus of paper 3. So do not be surprised when you see some insurance or management questions, especially the insurance questions in the ESI impacting insurance. Okay, so the core insurance questions that is from the insurance syllabus of your paper 3, that can also come in your ESI impacting insurance. So that we have seen in 2017 and 2023, there were direct questions from your insurance syllabus that were present in the ESI impacting insurance. So if you have done your insurance component very well, if you have done your insurance and management component very well, you will be able to answer these questions very easily because they are from your syllabus of paper 3, insurance and management. Okay, so this is the basic idea. So in 2017 and 2023, in both those years, we have seen that there were questions based on syllabus of paper 3 in ESI impacting insurance. So do not be surprised. Okay, questions on current affairs related financial and insurance sector. So some current affairs that is related to your financial sector or insurance sector, or any news that is impacting the insurance sector, so that also you have to focus on. Okay, like in the previous year, especially in 2017, we have seen that there were some questions from the current affairs. So mostly the current affairs that is impacting insurance sector, that you have to focus on. And in 2023 we have not seen any such question, but in 2017 we have seen such question. So focus on the current affairs that is affecting your insurance sector. Now case study based questions. So the last component is that you have to focus on some practice also. Okay, so you have to practice some case study based questions also, like the numerical data can be given to you and the questions can be asked from you. Okay, and this is the case study based question, or such questions can come. So these are some additional areas that you have to focus on, as well as some additional concepts can be asked, the general concepts, the general economics concept can be asked. Okay, general, very basic economics concept can be asked also. But usually the schemes you have to focus on. So other than the syllabus, Other than the syllabus, you have to focus on the different schemes that is related to insurance sector or social security sector. And in these areas, questions you have to focus, like the insurance and management syllabus, questions can come in your ESI Impacting Insurance also. Some current affairs you have to focus on, that is very important, and that is impacting the insurance sector. The case study based questions can come, so do not be surprised with that. And some general economic concepts, like some general economics you must know about, okay. So general economics concept can be asked. So some general economics like basic idea of monetary policy, basic idea of inflation, that you must have, okay. So this is the idea. Now the exam pattern in 2017 and in 2023, in both those years, there was like 3 out of 5 questions that you have to attempt for 24 marks, and where you had to write 250 words, and 4 out of 6 questions you had to attempt for 7 marks, where you had to write 80 questions, okay. In 2023 also the same, 3 out of 5 questions for 24 marks and 4 out of 6 questions for 7 marks. The word limit is lesser, like only 250 words and 80 words, but a lot of questions you have to write, okay. 3 and 4, that means you have to write 7 questions. So answer writing practice is a must. You have to focus on the answer writing practice, and in the session that is taken by Jaskaran sir, he has told you the whole strategy for answer writing practice, or for the answer writing. You have to make flow charts, the way of writing. Jaskaran sir has taken a session on Wednesday. Jaskaran sir has taken a session that is regarding your answer writing, right? So I hope you have seen that session, and I hope you are practicing the answer writing, because it is a must. You have to write a lot of answers in the given time frame. In 60 minutes you have to write a lot of answers for your ESI Impacting Insurance, okay. So answer writing practice, keep on doing it, keep on giving mocks also as you get time. So this is all about the strategy that you have to follow. You have to focus on syllabus. You have to focus on syllabus from the perspective of insurance sector. You have to focus on some additional areas, okay. The exam pattern is such that you have to write a lot of answers, so you should be focusing on the answer writing practice, okay. Now sources. So the first and the most important source is your IRDAI annual report of 2022-23, okay. So this is the last report that is present. So this annual report you have to focus on, because here the insurance penetration, the insurance density data is given. Much of the data is given here. There is a topic in ESI Impacting Insurance, that is the changing landscape in the insurance sector, or the changing regulations in the insurance sector. So there are some changed regulations that have been mentioned in the IRDAI annual report. So from the IRDAI annual report you can get much of the data and the information, okay. Research papers are available. The IRDAI, that is the organization itself, releases the research papers on various topics. So you can search the topic, you can type the topic and write IRDAI. So you will get some good research papers of the organization itself. Other than that, there is the Swiss Re Institute, and it releases the Swiss Re Sigma reports, and those reports have been used, and the data from those reports have been used even in the IRDAI annual report. So you can understand that how important this report is, or how relevant this report is, because the data from this report has been even used in the IRDAI annual report by the organization itself. So the Swiss Re Institute releases the Swiss Re Sigma reports for 2024 also. The report has been released, so you can use those reports for your data collection, for your value addition, okay. Other than this, there is the IBEF, that is a government trust, okay, and it is the largest resource center, and it has much of the data available, and many of the topics you can search in the IBEF also, okay. So you can get the value addition from these research papers of IRDAI, or the Swiss Re Institute releases the Swiss Re Sigma reports. The IBEF also releases the data for different topics. Other than this, if you want to read the static topics, so there is Indian Economy by Ramesh Singh. So you can read the static economics topic from here. Do not go too much in depth. You have to study the economics from the perspective of insurance sector. So basic understanding of economics is required, okay, only the basic understanding. Now if you do not have the time to go through all these sources, so the if you do not have the time to go through all these sources, so the EduTap has launched for you the course if you want to avail that. So there is the, like, if you go to edutap.in, you will go to this website of EduTap. So we have released a course for you. So you can go to the courses section, and here you can go to IRDAI Grade A courses, and you will see this page where you can see that the mentors you can see, okay, and you can take the IRDAI Grade A Phase 2 crash course, okay, where you are getting concept classes in which insurance management, ESI impacting insurance, the concept classes you will get, notes you will get, summary sheet you will get, chapter wise test you will get, full length test you are going to get, and weekly mentor talk, as well as there are going to be the live classes also, okay. So I hope it is clear to you that you can, if you are not able to go through the different sources, if you do not have the time to go through all the courses, you can just use the course that is provided by EduTap, where we have accumulated the data, or we have accumulated the information from all these sources, okay. So I hope this is very much clear. So this is all for today. I hope you have understood the approach for the ESI impacting insurance. I hope you have got some clarity for the ESI impacting insurance component. So this is it for today. Thank you very much for joining, and do subscribe to the YouTube channel of EduTap so that you continue getting these relevant videos. And in the next session, Jaskan sir is going to come with the insurance and management component, so that you have the clarity about that component also. So join our Telegram channel so that you get the relevant PDFs also. So thank you everyone, thank you for joining, and have a good day, and I hope you have got some clarity in this session. Thank you everyone, thank you for joining.